guys, thought I'd get started with a product review today. I've got sitting next to me a suitcase that we've now tried out. You'll notice the angle here is a little bit different. I wanted to make sure you guys had full view of the suitcase, and I wanted to make sure we show off the super awesome table. This is our 6-year-old's reading table in his reading nook, which is just right over here. But I thought it was a good platform by which I can kind of show off what we know about this suitcase. But so to give you a little background into why we decided to try a different suitcase. So my wife and I have traveled in numerous different places and really have had very bad luck with soft-sided suitcases, right? They've been torn, they've been destroyed. We flew out to the Spokane area one time and not only had a wheel ripped off of the suitcase, but literally the entire bottom of the suitcase ripped out and it was completely unusable. We had to buy another suitcase while we were traveling just to get home. So we've been on a kind of a pursuit of finding a great hard-sided suitcase to replace that and to make it so that life is easier on us and our luggage makes it a little bit further. And we originally went out and purchased a much bigger hard-sided set, and it was the traditional hard-sided set that opens like a book. You know, very, very common type of set, and we've traveled with it a couple of times. And we got the largest size we could get, 30-inch or 32-inch size suitcase. It was huge. They were fine, other than the fact that you had to open them up completely in order to use them. And my wife didn't care for that. She likes to use, in the hotel room, she likes to use the little luggage stand thing to unpack when we get where we're going. And with those open-up ones, as big as they were, they just didn't work well. The wheels are fine, the other features are fine, other than we did have one of them that the TSA luggage lock, the actual zipper pull broke, so the TSA luggage lock is not functional anymore. So we finally decided that we wanted to pursue something different, and my wife was just adamant. She wanted the features that you get on the soft-sided stuff, so the top open style luggage. She wanted that, but she still wanted the hard-side suitcase. So we did some poking around, and I'll be honest, it's very hard to find. But a company called Delsey, which is a very nice luggage company, does carry this particular suitcase, which is a front open. At the same time we were looking at that, we decided, you know, the last couple of times we've traveled for any length, we've committed ourselves to like doing laundry or re-wearing clothing so that we don't have to pack as much, especially with kids. You know, we don't want to have to pack a massive suitcase with a whole bunch of clothes. So we decided we could probably get away with a smaller suitcase. So we ended up with this one. This one I believe is a 29-inch suitcase. We bought 2 of them, 2 different colors. This is the one I've used. And so I've now traveled with it down to Orlando for a work trip, and I'm going to travel with it again out to California here next week and try it again. And I thought I would give you my review. Now I took a picture, a short video, and I'll splice it in over the rest of these words. I took a short video of what the suitcase looked like before we even packed it for the first time, you know, kind of the outside of it. And I think I even snapped some pictures of what it looks like on the inside when I had it packed. And I'll be honest that I think it did a great job in terms of packing, in terms of the way it looks. I will point out a few flaws that I have noticed since then that I am a little bit concerned about, but we'll get to those in a little bit. But I thought I would go over the luggage first. So this is, again, I think it's a 29-inch suitcase. It's got 4 spinning wheels, so the suitcase turns very nicely. I will say that the wheels on this particular suitcase are probably the nicest wheels on a suitcase that I've ever had. They roll with what seems like almost no friction. They roll well over even like brick or cobblestone or rougher surfaces very, very well. It rolls beautifully vertically, you know, that typical just put the handle up and roll it, or tilt it and rolling. I mean, it just really does a beautiful job in terms of that. Features, other features you'll see, it does have a TSA lock on it, which I did use on my last trip and had no problems with. It's the typical type that the zipper pulls have a over there, but the zipper pulls have a notch that fit in there. Works great, and you can set your own combination, which I did, and that has worked fine. It does have a handle. The handle does get quite tall, probably taller than even the camera can see. operates beautifully. And then it also has right here just a little spot for an identification tag. But it slides in so that it's not, it's not nice and out of the way when you're using it. It is a front opening suitcase, so you'll notice that there's a zipper here as well as a zipper here. This zipper allows the suitcase to just open up like a standard front open suitcase, and I'll show you that here real quick. So it opens up just like this, and inside you'll see the other thing I'll be reviewing sometime soon. So it opens up nicely, and we'll get to the inside here in just a minute. So let me zip that back up. The other neat feature, and what really sold us on the idea of going with the smaller suitcase instead of the biggest one that they make, is the fact that this one is expandable. So this second zipper zips all the way around, and then the whole thing will expand this way, which is awesome if you're traveling and you're going to be doing shopping where you go. You can expand it to include the stuff you're going to shop in. The other awesome thing is if you're flying some of the budget airlines, I'll point out particularly Allegiant, which we have flown here in the past, actually has a smaller weight limit than than a lot of the other ones. They have a 40-pound weight limit instead of a 50-pound weight limit, and that has run into problems with it. So having a smaller bag is awesome because you're less likely to hit that weight limit, but you still have some room to grow if you need to. So that's pretty good. This particular suitcase also has a carry handle on the side, which is great for carrying it just through the airport if you need, and a carry handle on the top. And those are the basic feature set of this particular suitcase. I think it's a good-looking suitcase. It does have a few dings from having gone through an airplane cargo hold a couple of times now, but I think otherwise it's pretty good. So I do want to point out a couple of the things that I'm a little frustrated. Frustrated is not the right word. I'm a little disappointed in it. In particular, around the zipper there are a couple of strings that are appearing already, and again, I've used this suitcase for one trip so far. So there's a string there, and then over here also some strings around the suitcase that just kind of indicate, I don't know if the stitching is coming out or not. I am going to contact Delsey about that. And then on the corner, and I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, and I'll bring the camera down in just a minute, but here along the zipper, which the zipper is working just fine. Let's note that in the first place. But in these corners on both sides, some of the fabric that the zipper is attached to is kind of pilling up through the zipper. And I'm a little concerned about where. There's also a little bit of a flat spot that's been worn right there, just on this one side. And again, I'm gonna send that to Delsey and see what they think about that. We purchased these on Amazon. They were a little pricier than luggage you might pick up at Walmart or something like that, but not too bad. It was maybe $150 for this bag. I'll link to the actual bags in Amazon down in the description. But in the Amazon reviews, there were some indication that people were worried about the zippers. And I thought for the other feature set and the fact that it's really hard to find the top open style luggage, that it would be worth giving a try. And so far, this has not been a problem, but it does make me a little concerned about the longevity of the bag and whether or not it's going to make multiple trips over multiple years. So time will tell on that, and if I hear anything back from Delsey, I'll do an update video and you guys can kind of find out what happened. So what I'm going to do next is I'll bring the camera down and we'll talk a little bit about what's inside, and I'll show you around. I'll also grab, while I've got it down here, I'll grab some closer views of the things to cut into the rest of the video. So we'll go to that. We'll see you in the suitcase here. All right, so now we're going to spend a minute just kind of up close on the suitcase itself, right? I wanted to show you just a couple of things. If you'll notice here, I just wanted to show you a little bit of the wear and tear, right? So this is from one trip. There's a little bit of scuffing, right? None of that really is a big deal. I want to show you a couple of the concerns that I had. Right, I talked about the strings, right? So there's one there. And if we go all the way around, there's one here and here, right? So those are a little bit of a concern, but haven't seemed to affect the functionality at all yet. let's look at the features a little bit up close. This is the TSA lock, which is perfectly awesome, works great. Again, you set your combination, unlock it, works beautifully. The handle, again, nice and tall, works great. Flip out identification tag, works beautifully. And again, a handle on the side, handle on the top. So let's talk about how she opens up. You wanna go ahead and lay her down and open up for me? Just slide it to the side. There you go. So we're gonna unzip her. And open it up. So again, it opens like a typical top open bag, which I think is cool. Top, there's a couple of different pockets. One of them's even clear, which I think is kind of cool. Right, this one's not. Inside, compression strap. Not really a compression strap, but a strap to kind of hold your stuff in place. And then there is a bag here on the side. Lots of room in here. It actually goes underneath a little bit here, which I think is pretty cool. Works very well and love it. If you want to expand it, let's go ahead and close it. If you want to expand it, actually, let's take this moment because this is a good point. When zipping or unzipping, stop for a second. I did point out the little bit of a wear here, and I don't know if it's wear or what, but it looks like the fabric's coming through the zipper a little, and you can see, if I can get up closer, there's a little bit of wear. Oh, there you go, there's stitching along there. So that's come undone. I'm a little concerned about that. Like I said, I'll email Delsey and kind of go there. I mean, the zipper works fine. I haven't really had any issues with it, but that is a little bit of a concern. So the other zipper, which is there, is for the expansion side of things, right? And I've not actually used the expansion in a real world scenario yet, but if you notice now that you get, here, let's stand it on, and you get about that much, which is, you know, a good inch. My wife's saying 3 inches, 2 inches, and I think that makes sense once you include the zipper side of things too. So that's about how much it expands. So it'll go from there to there, which will give you, you know, enough room to put in quite a few things if you were to do some shopping while you're on your trip. So I think that works pretty well. Other than that, again, I wanted to point out the wheels. I'm enamored by the wheels. The wheels are just fantastic. You notice they don't make any noise. They just glide smoothly. So again, I'll let you guys know what I hear back from Delsey, but that's the up close chance to look at this particular bag. All right, so back out here to wrap this up for just a few seconds. Again, this is the Delsey, I believe, 29-inch rolling suitcase with the front open feature, which is super awesome. The primary reason that we bought this suitcase. Again, very happy with it in terms of actual use. Traveling with it has been a breeze. The wheels are fantastic. The top open is great. I mean, I think that's probably my favorite feature. The TSA lock, which I've got locked now, has worked beautifully. The handle's great. I mean, other than the small dings and the strings and the things that I've kind of showed you, I can't find any other faults with this bag in terms of the way it functions, its design. And again, I'll let you know what I hear from Delsey once I send them an email, and if they have anything to say about the few issues that I have had. So I'll be taking again another trip to California here next week, starting on Monday. I'm going to pack quite a bit more this time, and we're going to take another dip into the realm of packing cubes. I bought an entire new set of packing cubes for this particular trip since it's a little bit longer. So I'll have a chance to show you guys what I think about those. If anything changes about how I feel about the bag between now and then I'll do another update video and we'll talk about it. But for now, I'm very happy with this bag and this particular suitcase, and I think it's going to work well for our big trip here in July. If you guys have any comments or questions about this, or anything in particular, or anything you noticed about this bag or this review, leave a comment down below in the comment section. That would be awesome. Don't forget to like the video. That helps us out a lot. Go ahead and subscribe or hit the notification bell so you guys know when we post new videos. I don't know what the schedule is going to look like yet, but we'll try to do those somewhat regularly. Again, follow us on all the social medias, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And we appreciate your time, and we hope you guys found this useful, and we will talk to you soon.